You know, we've never named a run after you, Hunix. So far, everyone has failed me. Some people worse than others. So let's do it. Let's see what your luck is today. Don't fail me, Huntix. You'll lose your mod symbol. Alright, let's get my water open here. I felt like we learned something from Grim Dawn, which is good. What I need to do before my next run is actually break down the minimal of quests we need to do in Act 5 and 6 for the expansion. So I actually don't know. I'm pretty sure we just have to kill the one guy and then not side with the creepy town for the one item they got there, and then straight to Boarum. I think that's all of Act 5. And then Act 6, I have no idea how much we actually have to do. Because there's a lot of main quests. They're called main quests, but you don't actually have to do them. Well, no luck is okay. We just don't need bad luck, see? So no luck actually is a good thing. Right? Eh? Is that how that works? Is that how that works? No luck is good luck. The old Hunix run. Oh, by the way, so I've kind of given up on Breath of Fire 1 routing. It's a 5.5 hour game, and my god, the routing is intense. That's one we're gonna have to sit on for a little bit before I'm ready. So I decided to grab another game for now. Final Fantasy 1 for the PSP, which is under 2 hours, which is my style, sub 2. And it's actually not too complex, and there's a really good written guide for it, so I don't actually have to modify it much. Where normally I write all my notes myself, and I'm like 2/3 of the way through it, so we're gonna do some Final Fantasy 1 for the PSP soon. So hopefully we'll be able to do that a little bit later this week. I've got to, man. I will eventually have every Final Fantasy under the belt. And there's actually a tournament in like 5 days. Had I known a little bit earlier, I would have ran it, but for Kefka at Narshi, Final Fantasy 6, where it's basically just a speed run to Kefka at Narshi, where all your party gets together and you fight them in the snow, and then you cut it right there. But it literally starts in like 5 days. I had no idea it was gonna happen. So that's a little bit of a bummer. If I had no job, we'd just slam it out and sign up. But I basically have maybe 16 hours to dedicate before it starts, which is no good. I probably couldn't even really get a full understanding of it. I think it's less than 2 hours as well, getting Kefka to Narshi. But I think one of the things I'm really the harshest is I do believe there's a lot of pre-game work that needs to get done that I don't understand. Where you need to get a certain encounter seed. I think it's seed 224. And setting that up is like, just learning stuff like that, like your pre-game setup feels like a nightmare, so. That it is. That it is. Yeah, in Final Fantasy IV, I think the encounter seed's 92 is the best one. And that one's based on a... I think the seed is set as soon as you click the start button for the first time when the intro clicks, and you have to use an audio cue for it. So they say it takes a while to learn, but once you get it down, because it's kind of frame perfect. Because the seed counter, I think, is continually changing, like every frame or something, or close to, until you hit that start button. Which means in those games, Final Fantasy 4 and 6, there's a step route. Because you want to be on a certain step in certain areas to manipulate the encounters. So that's like I said, 5 days to even just think about that seems like a nightmare. So I'm not going to worry about it. But I need to pay more attention to all the marathons and stuff. Start getting into a routine of just like constantly joining the marathons and speedruns and stuff. Which maybe like even every day or once a week, just check speed gaming, check RPG Limit Break. I don't know if speed gaming has a Discord. I'm not sure, but I know RPG Limit Break. I'm in theirs, so a lot of the stuff pops up there. But I wouldn't mind getting back into some races. That's kind of what got us into these games in the first place. Doing races. And it's always fun. Do some races on speed gaming. Nice miss. Oh man, I close tomorrow at Domino's. It's brutal. Which means basically we're open till 1 a.m. So I'll be working from 5 p.m. to 1 in the morning, which really means I'll be working past 1 because you have to do closing on top of we close at 1. So, and on a Friday night, people generally order pizza, so I might not even be getting home till 1:30 in the morning. So unless I do a lot of theory crafting before work, probably just gonna do Mystic Quest tomorrow. But then Saturday and Sunday, I only work the dinner rushes. I don't actually close, so we'll have a lot more time. I am American. I am very American. Nice. Alright, still need our 3 seeds, but we'll worry about that later. So you drown in tips when lots of pizzas is ordered? Oh yeah. Yeah, I made $94 today in tips in on a 7-hour shift. And I get on top of that $11 an hour for my wages. So yeah, I made probably over $25 an hour tonight. Like on the insane days like Halloween where people like tip a lot more, I was actually making $30 an hour. Nice misses. Nice crit. Alright, Tristan's definitely gonna have to life himself. Wow, 2 life misses. Come on. Or cure misses. Yes! Hit Tristan. Nice. Come on. Oh my god, 3 cure misses in a row? Are you kidding me? That's some BS. Yeah, we're out of cures and he's not even on the ground yet. That's amazing. First Quake, though. We actually got away with some pretty low Quake numbers. is also kind of amazing. Nice. That went before the life, so the life will hit, and then we'll still get our bombs off. Perfect. It's always good when that happens. Only lost 0.8 seconds. Not a bad fight. Oh yeah, dude, my girlfriend's jelly because she's an opening manager for Domino's, and they only get they share the tips of all the counter orders, where drivers keep their tips from all the driving. So you know, she, like on a good day, she might get $20, but most of the time it's like 2, 5, 8. You know, people don't tip very often when they come into the store, which is understandable. It's kind of like to go. And how many people tip on a to go order? So. But she makes more wages, but I still think it's only like $12.50, so, you know. If you ever work in the food industry, man, you want to be on the tipping front. You don't want to actually be in the kitchen. Though in restaurants, I know, like, servers share their tips with, like, the busboys and stuff, and the chefs, so it's a little different there, but I still think the servers get the majority of it. Honestly, I'd rather be in a society where you just get paid a flat amount and no one tips. But in this case, I'd probably be not paid $25 an hour. So in this case, it works out. You know, I'm at the whim of the generosity of my fellow man. Not only on Twitch, but at Domino's. I have 2 tipping jobs. So, you know, I always hope that everyone's nice to me. Oh no, man, I totally agree with you. I hate the idea of tipping when people don't deserve it and you still feel like you have to tip. You know? It's just... And really what's happening there is, you know, we live in a society where we just don't pay people properly. And people think that's okay. So, you know, trust me, I'm on the side of that. I'd rather just get away with it and then just pay people proper wages. But when you're on this side of it, I mean, there's no way a company's going to pay me $25 an hour to deliver pizza, right? So I actually make more money because of the tipping culture in that sense, but I still say it's bullshit, you know. I think even on a slow day, I'll make 15 an hour when it's really slow. On average. I mean, I've had some of those days. Like, there was, I think one day, and it was kind of funny because there was 2 drivers that day, and the other driver didn't get stiffed once, and I got stiffed 6 of 8 of my runs. So I just happened to be taking every other one, which was the stiffing orders. Generally, it doesn't go that way, but that was a pretty rough day. When it comes to how much gas you put out to how much you're making. Because, I mean, the problem is, you know, my wages are minimum wage, but I have to pay for car repairs and gas. Now, Domino's gives you 90 cents per delivery, which generally will cover your gas, for the most part. Unless you have a really good gas-efficient car, then you might actually be, like, making a little bit of money on that. But I have an old Subaru, so it's like 20, I get 20 miles per gallon. So it generally covers me perfectly for gas, because gas is around 270, 280 right now. So 3 deliveries is about a gallon. We get that back in the compensation. But yeah, if gas shot way up, gosh, my car would be a disaster. I'm actually looking into getting a hybrid, a Toyota Prius. Even though there's someone at my work's like, oh, I'll make fun of you if you get a toy prize. It's like, dude, I was like, you know it's hot when you're 30, when you're in your 30s, saving money. Because most of the guys there, you know, they're like 19 to 25. So they're just like, you know, they got the souped up Subarus and, you know, talking about getting new cars, all these fast cars. It's like, yeah, I was there once. I used to be into the drift scene and all that. But you know what's hot when you're older? Saving money. Putting money away for your future. That's what's sexy when you're old. Oh, we really have low XP, so we're not gonna hit 6 by the first Centaur pack. You know what I'm saying, GK Beans? I don't know how old you are, but I'm just saying, you know? Those youngsters, they're like, oh man, you got that new Mustang, you got that BMW. It's like, yeah, but you're broke. You know, the girls haven't figured that out yet, but you know, when you get older, girls want the guy with the house. They don't care about the car. The car thing works in the early days. Yeah, so you're 31. So you're probably more on the future train. But yeah, when you're renting a crappy apartment, but you have like, you know, that Honda with rims, you know, yeah, it might attract a certain type of person, but that's gonna end real fast if you don't fix that scenario. Oof, okay, we dodged the second riddle, which is good. We're good to go. Hashtag American Dream. Seriously. It's always too funny to me. Nice first strike. Okay. I was a trucker for 2 years, so like, if you want to talk about not paying rent and living in a truck, I used to do that. That used to be a real... If you really want to save money, you become a trucker and don't pay any bills but a cell phone. That's actually kind of fun. Whoops. I totally forgot to see. Shooting the shit in my brain. Ah! There we go. Alright, so we're gonna have to dupe a seed before we hit the squid boss, because otherwise we're screwed. So let's, if we get an imperfect party, we'll, like right here, we'll dupe a seed. It's technically, yeah, we can get that, which is better. Oh, that kind of traveling. Gotcha. I see. Okay, let's do one more seed dupe. Alright. Now we're good to go. And we might get a triple turtle out of it. Yay! It's technically the fastest battle we can get. No! Bombs, please. Oh. Okay, at least they both hit her. She can take it. Triple turtles? Whatever. See if the sword kicks in before the riddles. Yeah! Nice. Love it. Is that because of work, or do you just are you just, you know, a traveler? Because I like to travel around. Like, it's hard for me to have like a long-term physical address because I like moving to new locations. But I think right now with this job and the people I know and the girlfriend, I think I'm actually in a spot where I can stay for a while. Everything's looking pretty good for my life. Oh no, we're blinded. Too bad bombs can't miss. first animation change coming up. Okay, hopefully we get some crits. 2 crits would be finish this guy, but 1 crit would end this. Alright, no crits. Fair enough. I'll crit at the end when it didn't matter, right? Not. That's how this game works. So we didn't really get a time save, but we didn't lose time, which is always a good one. Alright, we need to switch to claw and auto. Let's do that on this screen right here. There we go. Always want to switch your items and your menuing all on the free frames, because on that black screen there's a small window where you can do transitions. It doesn't slow you down. For those who want to speedrun the game. I used to travel a lot for work, but got fed up with it. I quit and am now working on my own. I still want to explore countries, but now I can do it on my own pace and schedule. Nice. Let's see, do we want to switch weapons? Technically we could switch to sword, and that would be ideal for the next section. Not that it really matters, but might as well. Alright, well, this is actually a decently run pace. I mean, my PB has an insane first hour, and we're within 10 seconds of it, so... Hunix, you actually are in the clear right now, buddy. You are on pace with my best PB. Okay. One of the few times the game plays for you. Remember one time I forgot to move this thing up that one spot. That was a time waste. Yeah, we'll assume we're not going to get the double Nagas. We'll switch to manual. And it's a good assumption. Don't miss. There we go. Thank you, sir. Actually, it's probably safer to go Axe because you don't want him to actually outspeed Phoebe, though at this level I doubt it. But if you want to be extra secure, technically you should probably be axing if you want to save on bombs. Otherwise, just bomb. It's not like you're saving 2 bombs in this section. Maybe 1. I just do it anyways. Why not? It saves us from having to chest later, which is like 6 steps. Which, I mean, you know, this is 6 steps right here. Say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's not really much of a time save, all that extra effort. But you know what? Screw it. We're doing it. We're committing. Mixes up the run a little bit. Almost forgot to see. Alright. Hit Phoebe. Whatever. That is what it is on that one. Alright, see if we can get 2 axes off. If we get 2 axes off, we can kill the thunders, no problem. There's 1. sweet. And he crits. The super rare crit. And we're talking like maybe 1 in 64 chance or something like that. Wow. This is probably going to be gold split. Except for that. That hurts a little bit. Oh, but we saved 15 seconds with that crit. Darn. Super close to gold splitting if it wasn't for that confuse. Burned a round right there. It's so sad. And technically we have an extra thunder. Wait, no we don't. I lied. I lied, I'm sorry. Exactly. Let's not make it too complex. Let's let them know how this works. Because you gotta remember, this was for stupid North American players. The North American audience. I find that still funny to this day, that this was the game that they were hoping would bring in the audience. Because Final Fantasy 1... Well, they only gave us 3 of the Final Fantasies up until this point, which at this point there were 6. So, those ones, apparently they didn't like the numbers, so they fed us this one. This one did not sell well for good reasons. The worst part, though, honestly, is at least we got Final Fantasy 1, 4, and 6. Europe's first game was this game. Oof, that hurts. I think it was called Final Fantasy Legends or something like that. Because you guys had Mystic Quest, which was like the Game Boy one or something. So there was a conflict of name interest there. So I forget the exact name, but the fact that this was your first one, oof, that's rough. That should be insulting. Final Fantasy 1, 4, and 6 are amazing games. I wonder if it was just like the PAL thing, because like Europe had the PAL, which is no good. That everything ran at 50 frames per second instead of 60, so it actually fucked up a lot of games. So I don't know if that's the reason, or just... And I don't even know if you need to code it differently to do that, or if it's just an easy fix. But PAL versions of games are never run in any fashion, because they're all super slow. And on certain games, like Donkey Kong Country, it actually screws up a lot of timings, because you can move further than you would when falling and that sort of thing. So it actually screws you up really bad. Or you don't move as much or something like that. Because I remember accidentally playing the PAL version of DKC, and there's certain like movements I couldn't actually do because of it. And then I was like, then I checked my frames on my emulator. I was like, son of a bitch, we're on the 50. I downloaded the wrong one. I'm not sure why do you guys have a different frame rate? Because I know like the Japanese market and North American market were 60 NTSC, and you guys are PAL. Is it just like an energy thing, or like I never really actually looked at why Europe had? Because I know Europe like runs 220, and I don't know if that has anything to do with it. Like you guys running 220 and we run 110, which 220 is probably more efficient if I remember right. No clue either. Yeah, I always wondered that. I'm sure we could look it up. Like your I'm sure it has to do with the way like probably cable was broadcasted or something. See, that's I could reverse talk shit. You guys are like, oh, you guys use feet. We use the metric system. It's like, well, you used PAL, so get over it. We'll take our Fahrenheit over your PAL broadcasting. Alright, I think this is a single crab fight. Kind of forget where I'm at. Oh no, this is, yeah, that's right. Then it's a single crab fight. Used. Is PAL no longer a thing? I don't know. I've never been to Europe. I don't really pay attention to that sort of stuff. Damn. Yeah, our country's still pretty young. What is it, like 250 years? Something like that? It's probably actually a little bit more than that. So what, 1776 was the declaration, so something in there. Yeah, under 250. That's why you guys should give us a little more leeway. We're like, fuck, we're still growing up. We're just a child. We're just a child. You wouldn't hit a child. You wouldn't yell at a child. That's child abuse. That's right. This one guy, one of our chefs, he's 16. He's originally from Canada, but he's lived, I think, in Washington most of his life. He makes that excuse all the time. It's so funny. I was like, man, when you're 18, like you're gonna deserve that beating. It's like right now I can't attack a minor. You know, that's some jail time, but it's like, man, you got a beating coming, because he's always like, don't yell at me, I'm just a child, whenever he screws up. He's not actually, like, sensitive, he just uses it as a BS excuse all the time. I find it funny. He's like, yeah, I'll still be doing that even when I'm after 18. And it's like, oh no. Oh no, damn it. Alright, last. Do we have a thunder for this? Ooh. Kind of forget. I didn't check. Okay, we do. Alright, luckily my non-brain, my muscle memory is actually paying attention to this run. Alright, we're good to go. The glitch is set up. We got all the fires we need. We got all the thunders we need. Yeah, we didn't miss on any of the bird fights, which is really crucial. You miss on these and it's a lot of time lost. Oh, it's an easy thunder. I love when it's the triple eyeballs. Easy thunder. So that's 2 thunders. Oh yeah, it didn't matter because we had the extra, so that's perfect. Perfecto. Hopefully we get double Nagas again. I'll take it. It's okay. Sword him in the face. Sha! Oh yeah, that Night Sword. It's funny, with the tasks, you actually use the Night Sword instead of, like, bombs and stuff, for the most part. Because since a task can manipulate the frames in a way where every attack is a crit, the Night Sword technically outdamages like most things that Benjamin can do. Obviously, we can't do that, but it is funny watching task play, where it's just like every attack is with the sword and every attack's a crit. Just 100% crits through the whole game. Ooh. Luckily, Ben did not get. Alright. I don't think we need to heal Phoebe. I don't think there's really a significant difference between those HPs. If she's gonna die, it's gonna be more than a couple HP. Not a really good pace here. Alright. 6. 10. Fortunately, we have the extra hit points to take 2 of those in the face. 16. That's fine. We'll sleep it off. 22. 28. 34. She's immune. 38. 44. That's 46. Alright, we definitely need a cure. So we need 48. 48, so it's 46, that's 52, 56. Alright, he's 1,000 hit points away. 400. Okay, this will kill as long as she goes first. Thank you. Woo! Damn. Wow, Hunix. That is insane. The Hunix percent. Whew. That was close to my fastest to Ice Golem ever. I think I've had a 36.52, but that's it. Damn. Now we'll see how Exit treats us. Yeah. Yeah, well, we got another 50 minutes before then, but even if we don't get the right floor, man, like, this is a clean run. This is a good way to end the night either way. Again, we got the crit on the Snow Crab. I mean, at this pace, we could take a floor 1 and still PB. As long as Ghidra goes really well. And Exit. Though that's the hardest one. My PB was literally 2 seconds from my best ever Exit. So, like, unless we get best ever Exit, we always lose time on the Exit. Which I think is basically a single Sphinx with hardly any surprise attacks. Which is just not going to happen, but you never know. It could. But I always suspect a 30-second time loss at that point. Okay, exit it up. See, surprise attack, but he missed, so it does save us little frames. You don't have to watch us get electrocuted. Okay. 8 more to go. 7 more to go. We were really low on XP. We're still not level 11. 6 more to go. We should level by now. Yeah, there we go. Not that we need it, but it's kind of surprising. Surprise attack. Ah, shame. Man, that was... We were 60% of the way through. I was almost wondering if that was going to be the cleanest ever. 3 to go. 2 to go. 1 to go. I mean, the timer still hasn't gone up. This technically could be a gold split. This will probably be a gold split. See my best, 354. Yep, it's a gold split. Wow, fastest ever through exit. Holy shit. Whew. Take it. Setting new bars at the Hunnix. I think we're gonna name all our characters Hunnix from now on. Win or lose, like, dude, bro, this is pretty crazy. 40 seconds ahead of my PB right now. Yeah. Like I said, I always expect to lose 30. I'll always take more, but, you know. How many times do you see that kind of exit? That was freaking insanity. Alright, so we got 8 bombs, so we'll pick up that for 18. And we'll do one more bomb pickup. The Hunnix percent, it's crazy. Oh yeah, I am all about the hype train. I do an hour and a half of hype train to the big disappointment of a floor 2. But you know what, you gotta hype it up. I mean, what's the point? Watching those golds, green, green, gold, timers ticking away, you're like, wow, this could be the run! I mean, we are literally almost a minute and a half in front of El Magus' world record video right now. Let's hype it a little bit more by saying that. Almost a minute and a half in front of the world record video right now. What? Let's say it one more time. Da, 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 da. Yep. Well, so if you look at my split, you see those small numbers next to everything. That is Al Magus' world record video timings. So he was in the 42 minutes on the exit. That's not his best, that just happened to be where he was on the world record video. He's gotten better than that timing. The single mummy! Alright, see how many petrifies we can take this time around. Maybe 6 sleeps in a row. Nope. That's it. He tried to poison the unpoisonable. Tristram, you're a terrible person. How dare you? Two mummies, please. It's kind of doable. Killed by a mummy, exactly. Oh, that's not good. Come on, crit. Yes. Alright, let's heal Ben, just in case shit happens. Shit did happen. Let's get one more in there. Okay, we're over it. Fair enough. We tried, Ben. We tried. Wow, the reset. Nice. Literally didn't stop. Alright, let's reset that then. That was next level right there. That was some next level bullshit, as we like to say. Holy crap. I should have just ran and reset it. I was feeling a little risky. We could have saved time, but instead we lost time. It was so close. We were down to one mummy. We even got the crit. But he didn't. Oh, and Tristan with the miss. That's a lot of spells. Alright, Tristan, you got this. Got it, buddy. Got your back, sir. Got your back. It was like, stone gaze, stone gaze, stone gaze, stone gaze. It's like, okay, we understand. You were not going to let us get away with that. Oh, what's up, Mint Jelly? Nice. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but... Whew. I mean, I want to say there's better RPGs to start on, but, you know, if you loved it, that's all that matters. Alright, we're going to pick up our last bomb pickup. Should put us at 28. You didn't know. Exactly. As long as you don't know better, right? That's all good. Like, who's that person out there who's like, yeah, my first RPG was Chrono Trigger? You're like, oh, you lucky bastard. I'm not even sure what my first RPG is. I've been playing games since I was 3 years old, and that would be in 1987. So... I'd have to look. Now, that doesn't mean I had my first RPG in 1987. That's just when I first started playing games. Damn! Shots fired! Love it. I actually didn't like Fallout 4, but a lot of people have told me to try it again. I know I'd probably like the first two games. Or not Fallout 4, Fallout 3. But I never tried New Vegas, so maybe New Vegas would be good. I just didn't like the whole tutorial thing when you're a baby learning how to crawl around and interacting with objects. I was just like, yeah, I'm over this game. Never made it past that. Alright, we got 2 more spells left. Technically, we gotta heal. Don't do it, old woman. So we're gonna do this. Switch her to manual, because she always likes to cure the center person, which really doesn't do us any good, her curing a Minotaur. Minotaur is the least of my problems. It's the Chimera and the Ninja that really can cause issues. Let's just grab the second bombs. You know, sometimes I miscount. Pretty sure we were at 28 and we would have been fine, but now we're guaranteed enough bombs for the whole run. And how much time do we really lose doing that, to be honest? Yeah, just good. Yeah, unfortunately they really kind of went away from their standard model. Now, Secret of Mana is a really good game. So is Dragon Warrior. Love those games. Alright, we might get a first strike here. Yep. Because of the Genie. Genie usually gives us a first strike. It's Chimera, we don't get it. We should exit well before that guy. So good. Perfect. Whee! Alright, let's hope for a good tree and a good Gidra fight. Get rid of that bastard. Bam! Oh, I didn't get the axe change, so we'll lose a couple frames here. Like I said, it's a small window on those enemy exchanges. Usually you get so used to it you shouldn't miss it, but of course I missed it right there. Code Trigger was my fave though. Marley, best girl. Nice. Yeah, the tech chick I don't think anyone really cared for as much, that's for sure. Marley was definitely the better one. Everyone loves Robo, right? R-66... what is it? R-66Y? That's what we call him. It's been a long time since played, but I think it's R-66Y. Oh, that's not good. Don't do it again. Thank you. It's fine. Should outspeed those. And this is definitely for strike. Definitely on good, great pace still. Strike. Fantasy Star. Unfortunately, I never got to play those in my youth. I had a Sega Genesis, which I'm pretty sure that was on, right? But unfortunately, I missed that one somehow. Pretty sure I played them later, but it just didn't have that same impact. Should be a first strike scenario. Oh yeah, with triple trees. Coming up to the worm section soon. Can't be poisoned. Oh, the miss. That's not good. She can be poisoned though. And the miss again. Here we go. Try it again. Yep. Now I should run Turn Enigma because I think I've played it at one point in my life, but I don't remember it. Is that the one? No, I was gonna say like Illusion of Time or Illusion of Gaia. No, it's definitely not that one. What is that game like? I'm trying to remember it. I swear I've probably played it at one point, but it's been forever. What's the speedrun time on that game? No, I know it's not like Illusion of Gaia, but I really love that game too. I'm trying to remember, man. Throw me a bone! Yeah, what's the speedrun time on? I'm curious. Okay, fine, whatever. Technically, we shouldn't have to heal. It's easy to just arrow. We get the triple right here. 3:30:23, 80% uploaded 4 days ago. That's not too bad. Wow, someone recently crushed it, huh? Yeah, 3:30. I could definitely. I mean, that would work on my work days. The days where I have 4 hours. I could do those. I'm gonna try not to heal Ben as much as we can. Save on the menu. Don't know how much we're gonna get away with that though. Especially right here. Come on, Ben, you can beat the worm. That works. Damn. Either that or one of the mods is like posting people's runs, like all in one go. You'd have to look at the submitted by. If it's by a mod, that would make sense. But if not, maybe there was like a big race or just a bunch of people like in a Discord decided, let's do it. Let's do this. Oh, we're not on exit because we had to bomb. Crap. That doesn't do us any good. Okay. Alright, 2 more worms and we're out of this section. Okay. Third team, we're most likely not going to beat a worm, but it's still possible, technically. Nice, Ben. Failed us. I could link you a specific soundtrack video afterwards. You'll remember the game. Okay. You'd have to personally message me because then, you know, so it doesn't get buried. Either on Discord or on here, on Twitch. Because the messages I can find, but yeah, after a while, all our messages get buried at some point. Oof. Alright, wow. We're 2 minutes ahead of my benchmark. Excellent. Now, the question is, do we leave her on auto and hope she axes, or do we tell her just to axe? I think we should just tell her to axe. As much as I have to reset that menuing, she likes to do the triple arrow on these guys for some reason. Nice crit. Which is really annoying, because, you know... She can't kill anyone if she triple arrows. Alright, double worms? Cool. I mean, that menuing's, you know, maybe a second loss, but better than take the chance on like a 15-second loss if she arrows. Something hissing? You guys hear that? I swear I heard some hissing. Which you do have hissing cockroaches, but I'm just hearing stuff. Do we beat the worm? Nope. Do we even hit? That's what I should have asked. Dude, we need to add some American blood in there? Is that what I'm hearing? Okay. It's fine. That's fine. Alright, we should cure poison. Plus we have oozes next. Which means we need to heal up as is. And she's not on the arrow for the skellies next, so we'll have to fix that. Nice. That's actually perfect. Alright, just get to axes. I know, I wish I could do games done quick. I need to sign up for one of those one day, but flying out, like with Twitch, I did TwitchCon this year for the first time, so do a second event like that and the flight cost, the hotel cost, it would bury me pretty hard. Plus my repertoire of games is basically 3 games right now, because I just started speedrunning at the beginning of this year. So I think I need a couple more games under the belt, at least some niche ones that I can show off, which would be nice. Because I mean, El Magus, DDR Noob, Bishfung Balls and stuff, they always race this like every year at Twitch or at GDQ. So this game's pretty much taxed on submissions. That'll kill it, or not. I guess it was a couple points short. It doesn't really matter. Like, if I could get DBZ Attack of the Saiyans down, that'd be cool, but it'd be really... They don't allow emulators at GDQ, so I would have to somehow set up a NDS with a capture card on a CPU. I mean, the problem with that is you have to actually get a third-party render software because there's no output on the NDS, and it's really expensive to hire a company. I think it's $150 to $250, and they'll solder onto your NDS a port that you can then output to like a capture card. So that's I've looked into it. I have all the websites and everything, but that's a big price for DBZ Attack of the Saiyans to get on actual console or actual handheld. Which, unless they've changed their policy on certain things, I'm like most of the time I know like Super Nintendo and stuff, it has to be on original console. Unfortunately, with this game and that sort of thing, all my stuff was stolen a long time ago, so... Well, about 4 years ago. When I was moving from California to Washington, everything I ever owned was stolen, so I don't have the ability to play these on console anymore, sadly. I don't feel the game is worth that much. I mean, I like it, but $250. Yeah, it's... Because you have to buy an NDS, buy Attack of the Saiyans, pay a company to solder onto the NDS, and then buy like an Elgato capture card, and then plug it into a PC. But then you could do it. I mean, if I ran a ton of NDS games at some point, I could see myself doing it, right? It's like if I opened up my repertoire of NDS streaming games, then sure. But one game at that price, whew, hell no. Let's see. God, she was on defense. I thought she was on attack or something. Okay. We beat the one that went first. Damn. Oh well. Not a big deal. Alright, one more ooze, 2 skeletons, and then we start Ghidra. Oh! I thought it was on attack. Dang it. That's just a waste of... I have a appointment in 30 minutes. Well, you'll know in 30 minutes whether we're screwed or not, at least. So you'll be here for the big floor choice. That's funny. Okay, we're gonna take the risk with Hunix on the AoE because he can't outspeed these at this point, and we did. Wow, so rare. We avoided a lot of petrifies doing that. Did not mean to do that. Okay. So rare to see that. Alright, so we're losing a little bit of time. See, yeah, my Ghidra was pretty insane on my run. So it's hard to beat, but we had a decent intro. Alright, 8 arrows. That's what we need here. Okay, well there's one. Maybe we can get a couple more in. Come on, Tornado Kaylee. Wow, that works. Alright, 2. 3. Wow, the crit. Come on. Ah, Kidra. This is dumb. Wow, are you just gonna do melee attacks and hope for crits? See, that's 3, 4. The Whitehead will go down. And he's doing stone attacks? Holy shit, if he quakes, we lose. Ah. Thank you. Don't crit. Thank you. Wow, this is really annoying. Holy crap. Alright, 2 more arrows. We're just gonna go for it. 1 more arrow after this, and he's dead. It's fine. As long as she goes first, which is most likely to happen. Thank you. Okay, we lost a minute 15 in this section. That fight was a little poor. And unfortunately we got skeletons with all our oozes, which really sucks. So. But we're still on par. We're still on world record pace. Considering El Magus' Doom Castle is pretty much undefeatable. He got the most insane Doom Castle, so. Most likely not getting world record at this pace. Still could technically have it. But we're way in front of my PB. As long as we get a floor 6. And hype it up! Floor 6 hype! I believe in you, Hunix. I believe in your floor 6. I'll take a floor 1 if it came to it, but floor 6, please. I know, everyone always says the music's really good. It's so true. Oh no, we're still... World record's 153, so the fact that we're still on par with it means we could still sub 2 by like 6 minutes at this point. So, we're good. Sub 2 height. In about 20 minutes, we're gonna find out if this is a good run or not. Ooh, I'm starting to get a little bit of adrenaline. It's so rare. This run's so good. I will stop playing this game. Except for races. In the race environment, I'll still play it, but yeah, that's that would be the end of my career in this for a while. Change the emote? Nah, that emote stays. That's a permanent emote. Not only is the sub tier 2, but it's also a sub 2 meme in this channel. So it will never go. Alright, our first big time game for Dullahan. First big mistake on, not really a mistake, just, you know, I had no control of it. First big bad RNG of our PB is right here. Ooh. See, even if we get a floor 1 and we get a good Dullahan and a good Pazuzu, we could still PB by over a minute. So, like, this run is still very much alive. And at least we can hit on 2 floors. Which means, technically we have a 40% chance this run is still alive. 60% chance it's dead. So at least our odds are a little bit higher. This is nice. She's almost immune. We're protected. Get out of here. Alright, got one more meteor before we hit the seed. Probably do it after the next one because we'll probably need to heal Ben, most likely. Uppercut. Fan. Well, we didn't technically need to heal Ben, but we do need to seed. Alright, these skeletons we can outspeed at this point. We can outspeed them at 15, we can definitely outspeed them at 16. See if Ben can outspeed 2 skeletons. Come on, Ben. We believe in you. You failed. You failed again. Okay, still love you, man. Still love you. Which is why I was so impressed that we outspeeded the triple skellies before Gidra, because even at 16 we usually fail. But there is that percentage. Alright. Alright, let's do this. Alright, let's hope for a good Dillahan. Come on. It's fine if... That's okay. That was the if. She's immune. Which means she'll probably get a good X in there. Unless he goes first, then she can recover it. Which is perfect. That's fine. She'll recover. Topped off. How many meters is that? Is that 3 or 4? Let's see. If this head goes down, it's 4. Okay, it was 4. Right, still get the seed off. Oh, nice miss. You know, technically, if he crits with that Rapier, it would have killed Kaylee, and we'd have to restart the fight. It's a good thing it didn't happen. Alright, she'll need to heal. You don't want XP in a speed run. If you get over level 23, it actually screws you over. So, we actually need to keep our level down, which is why we use Exit spell a lot. Being higher level in certain sections might help, but overall you need your level to be under a certain spot. But generally you get to burn time, which you'd rather just risk the RNG. So there's our full time save right there. So we're a minute in front of PB. And we're on world record pace still. Wow. World record was at 115, in the 115s at this point. Ah, please floor 6. God, we could really use a floor 6 and just call this a day. Okay, so for those who don't know, he can spawn on one of 5 floors, only one of which is world record capable, so that's why I've been saying floor 6 this whole time. Floor 6 is the key. If he's not on floor 6, we could technically still PB on a floor 1, because my PB's a floor 1, sadly, because we can't seem to get a floor 6 on a good run, so... no, the level doesn't change. All it does is we need to be a certain level to overflow the end boss's hit points with a cure spell. That's pretty much it. I unautoed her, but that's okay. So yeah, we need to be level 21 to 23, ultimately. And usually it'll be 21 on a floor 6. What's up, I am the Sky? What's going on, man? We are on world record pace right now, man. Welcome to the stream. We are about 30 to 40 seconds in front of the world record video. So let's hope for a floor 6. Actually, we could have left the sword on. It would have been quicker. That's whatever. It is what it is. Alright. So the RNG of him is frame-based, but not only frame-based, but it's cart-based. There's a unique cart ID that it actually uses to manipulate the RNG in this game, which is why the RNG in this game is unmanipulatable outside tasks, because every cart is different, so you can't even use the same timing on different carts, but it's also frame perfect, which after an hour and 15 minutes, good luck trying to know what frame you're on, right? So that's the reality of trying to manipulate this game. They actually did a really good job at preventing RNG manipulation, surprisingly. They did everything else wrong. Like boss flags and stuff like that, which we'll manipulate later. Okay. Hopefully we get 2 eyeballs all the way up. That'd be great. Don't hit. Nice. Okay. Thank you. Saves us from having to menu a cure. That's unfortunate that she missed, so I'm just gonna bomb again. Ooh, we barely survived that. Wasn't quite sure there. Now we need to make sure not to accidentally hit the exit spell. People are known to do it. We need to not do that when we go to cure. So far, I've only done that once in my career, and that was yesterday, when I accidentally exited out of Kitcher's tree. It's actually good we didn't heal her blind right there, because we got re-blinded. We'll need to cure her blind for this next part. So we're going through what we call Hell's Way, because these Sphinxes like to play dirty. They can pretty much lock us for the rest of this game if they wanted to. double petrifies. Well, there's one. Alright, we gotta avoid one more. There we go. How many hours do you think you've spent on this game? Oof, Jesus. I've probably played this game through at least like 200 times, it feels like. I mean, I do like anywhere between like 3 and 8 runs a day. Except for my days off. So I wouldn't even know where to begin, but the last time I reset my run counter, I was at 174 runs. These are 2-hour runs, so that's 350 hours right there. I started speedrunning this about 5 months ago too, but not as hardcore. After the tournament, I kind of took time off and then I started spamming for world record runs. But I really want just a sub 2 run. I'll take a world record if it happens, but I doubt it. Oh, that's not good. And we're most likely gonna die right here, unless we get lucky, bites and misses, maybe? No. Okay, that's a death. So we'll do this again. Unfortunately, that's the reality of the Sphinxes. Kind of at the whim of that stone gas. Well, that's a death. Try it again. Nope, we're dead. What made me pick the game was there was a tournament on Speed Gaming coming up, and I just finished the Donkey Kong Country speed run. And I just wanted to do more races with people. So that was the next one up on Speed Gaming. So I had 3 weeks to practice. Wow, Jesus Christ. We actually can't kill this because she didn't go before him, which is super rare. Alright, well, we're losing a ton of time here. But that's at least a full minute lost right there, I'm sure. There we go. Now she went before him. Huh. How much easier is this? Not much, because we just got screwed again. Oh, Christ. I don't think we can survive that, so that's a death. Jesus. Like I said, these fights can pretty much perma-lock you the entire run. I mean, honestly, normally it's not a big deal, but, I mean, if the game wants to be bad, which it is. Okay, now we can survive a quake. Of course, now it bites. Yeah, so that's what that is. So that's why we call that Hell's Way. Because if the game wants to, it could lock you there for the rest of the game. And there's not really much you can do about it, sadly. You just sit back and enjoy losing your run. I know, Hunix, you see me do a lot of these runs. It's super rare that happens, but it does happen. Sadly. Try to reset to lose the eyeball. Well, the floor was determined the second we talked to Pazuzu, so anything on top of this is well, yeah, that would suck. Luckily we're still in good shape, but if it's I don't know if it can PB on a floor 1 now after that, unfortunately. That was a huge time loss. Huge time loss. I mean, we could have sub-2'd on a floor 1, I think, before that happens. We got 6 spells left. We need to watch that. Let's do 1 reset. Okay, let's just do it. Okay. Could have been bad. we're getting some bad speed rolls too, because Kaylee should beat those mages almost every time. And a miss. Nice. Let's try this again. And hope he doesn't petrify. Cool. Yeah, see, Pazuzu's a 130, so technically we should be fighting him right now already. That's how much time we lost compared to El Magus's, because I think the fight takes about 4 minutes, 3 to 4 minutes. So technically we should be fighting Pazuzu right now. So you can see how easy it is to lose time compared to his run. Because everything from Pazuzu on is just intense on his run. Like, the RNG was insane. Because I don't think he got a single triple fight at the top floor. Oh, wrong spell. He didn't get it. I don't think he got a single triple pack on this entire top floor, which is really insane. But we could still do an insane time. Alright, we're on exit, right? I don't know, floor 1 might still be possible, I'm not sure. I'm sure my other Pazuzu wasn't insane. We're strong. And immune. Perfect. Up and left to switch to flare. Up and left. I usually don't do that because for some reason my brain just fails every time. There we go. Gotta know where all your spells are. Come on, you can beat a mage, right? Nope, apparently not. Alright, this is where we find out. Did we get a floor 6? Did we get a floor 6? Nope. So, it didn't matter. So now this is just all time loss after this. It's because we didn't get the floor 6, which, you know, welcome to streaming Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, where all PBs go to die because you didn't get the right floor. Well, now at least you can leave GK Banes, knowing that you're not missing the end of what could be an amazing run. That's probably the biggest brutal part about this run for this game is you have to wait an hour and a half into your run before you find out if it's even a good run. A lot of RPGs, a lot of the RNG is up front. A lot of the popular ones, but this one, sadly, is like literally after Pazuzu, it's like 22 to 25 minutes, the game's over. Alright, so we got a floor 5, which is technically, I think, a 5-minute loss in total. I think we could actually do something with that. So, we're gonna keep going. If nothing else, we can post a floor 5 video that's actually a reasonable time on my YouTube page. Which I've actually been collecting some of these decent runs. Because there's a lot of people who are always curious how to play each floor. So I figure, you know, might as well have each floor up on a video. Nothing will change. Oops. We weren't able to run. Okay. Yeah, so what we gotta do is we gotta go to floor 4, lock out 4, because we were in 6. Then we need to go back up to floor 7, down to floor 5, and then fight. which there's going to be a bunch of mobs in the way. Which is why it's a huge time sink compared to floor 1 and floor 6. So we got the third best floor, third worst floor, depending on how you want to look at it. Have a good night, GK Baines. Yep, there's the timer, so this is when Pazuzu should be dead. So he would have been dead at 1:31. Wow! That would have been only 1 minute off world record pace if it was a floor 6. Whew, that would have been intense. Ooh. That's probably gonna make us reset. Unless we get lucky. Can we outspeed this mage? Oh, we're strong against Blizzard. Huh, we got lucky. Oh, we didn't get lucky. Oh, wait, we got lucky. We're immune to that. Mystic Quest. You son of a bitch. It's like, wait, At least most of our runs we do every night are like sub 205, which sub 205 is still like top 15 of the world runs every night. If we were doing races, we'd beat the majority of the people, so I can't hate on all these runs, really, considering how good we run. I mean, even with that the Hellway trolling, like, we were still within 1 minute world record pace on a floor 6, so. Alright. I can. Alright, well, at least we got them locked out, so there's only a couple more mobs, and then we fight the boss, so. Let's see, it's 1, 2, 3? 3 mobs? Unless there's one extra that I'm not seeing. Let's just hope for a really good Pazuzu, and we at least we can get close. But my end of stream time is 6 a.m., so, you know, it doesn't make sense to reset. It's just like, let's just do this. At least we get a little bit more Doom Castle, or Pazuzu Tower music, right? Which is never a bad thing. Nope. One bird she beats went first. That's a sad face moment. At least we beat one bird with the flare. Save a little time there. 2 more packs, and we're on the Pazuzu. Not sure how many flares we have left, but we shouldn't need it because I think this guy's a single mob at the end, so not too worried. Yeah. So it didn't matter. Alright, let's do this. Woo! So you see, a floor 5 is technically not much slower than a floor 1, which is what we have on our PB. It's like 1 minute, 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes tops. So the fact that, like, you can still see we're ahead of the PB technically. It's also with the dull hand boost, so it's probably 2 minutes. Oh, nice crits. Can't survive those crits. Pile driver crit. Well, he's being a bastard. And wow, we didn't even get much damage before the Psych Shield phases. That's unfortunate. This is crazy. Crazy. Yeah, why don't you crit again, right? Nice. That's a few times when you want him to go first, because he didn't hit Kaylee, but he could have just killed Kaylee right there. So he's being as hard as he can get. He's gonna Psych Shield after this. You really want to get him below half on the first Psych Shield phase, but now he's below half. It's fine, she'll double cure. Oh no, she'll single cure because he just missed the mark. Alright, Sky Attack. Pile Driver. Nice. You take that. Cool, she's really strong against that, except when he crits. Man, he is really loving those crits. Normally it'd do 200 damage, we wouldn't even worry about it. Alright, one more Psych Shield phase, right? Yeah. Okay, she's gonna double heal, which is fine. And as long as Ben lives, we will kill him right here. Okay. The old 137 Pazuzu. That used to be my old floor 6 time. It was 137. Back in my 204, 205 days. I used to like a 137. Now I'll take a 134. Because 134 gives us the sub 2 potential. I mean, if we had an immaculate... I think technically could do Doom Castle and Boat in 22 minutes, but wow, that would be a run. Most likely not happening here. But technically it could. Buying that 0 potions for 0 gold. Yeah, I mean, like, wow, it'd have to be intense for that 22 minutes. Usually, like, it's between 22 and 25. So on the 25 front, you know, it'll be like a 202 and a half, 203. Right, there's that Thunder Rock. We won't screw this up this time. 'Cause last night I was so tired I forgot to go up here. I went to the boat instead. Yeah, but if this is a good floor 5, I'm still gonna record it as my fastest floor 5 on my page, which it would be. I think it's good to have those because I know a lot of people ask about different floors. I just don't have a floor 2. Once I put this one up, I wouldn't have a floor 2 recorded. So maybe one of our floor 2s, on a good floor 2, we'll throw out a video. That way when new runners want to see different floors and stuff, at least I have videos for it. I think El Magus has a floor for each video too. Guy has multiple sub 2s on different floors. It's so sick. Alright, let's do a meteor and a life. Just like that. Don't sleep, Ben. Don't sleep, Ben. Thank you. And thank you. Perfect. Loving it. Now if we can get one more double mob at the top, our RNG is good for the boat. Nope. That was a very bad fight with this team combination. There we go. Okay, we do not run. We do not run like that with Ruben in our party. Hell no. Man's not up to spec. Alright, we got one more flare. Probably burn it here. This is always a guaranteed 2. I believe. And then we got one more mob and we're out of the boat. Well, so far, immaculate, huh? You never know, man. Sure. It's all going to come down to the second to last floor in the game, how those mobs treat us. Or I should say the final floor of the game when it comes to mobs. The zoo floor of mobs with all the petrifies and doom dances and confusions and... Well, we're immune to confusion at this point, so that's not a big deal. But the petrifies and doom dances, you can never really be immune to that. Though you could be immune to petrifies if you take a 1-minute loss to pick up the shield, the Aegis shield, in Doom Castle. It might even only be a 45-second loss, but you know, if you're gonna do a run, accept that RNG, right? That's what this game's all about. There we go. Bam, 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 bam. Dun, 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 dun. Alright, let's trade out for Phoebe. Let's trip a couple times. Ah, my leg! Still wounded from his days at the bridge. Okay, we're off to the boat. Alright, to the boat. We got one mob to Skullrus Rex, so let's see if we can save any time on that. I think our speed's been pretty good. We might save like 15-20 seconds, unless we get some bad RNG or something. Full circle rotations to get the map. Gotta get rid of that deck. Alright, hopefully we get double ninjas so we can white them and move on with our lives. Nice. And she went first. Excellent. Take it. This might actually be a gold split for this section. Oh, probably not with that. Wow, that mess up. Woo! Got skittish right there for a second. Nice. He duped. The white was a good choice. Yeah, it was still a gold split. Damn. Just shaved 9 seconds off my best time. Best time ever. Boom, boom. Less than a minute away. See, on a floor 1, this would have been a sub 2. Even on a floor 1 at this point would have been a sub 2. crazy ass run we're on. Let's get rid of the dogs. If they get 20 with the claw, Flare should be able to kill a double. Or it's just, yeah, it'll kill him. Yeah. I mean, we had a 40% chance to sub 2 on this run. It's so crazy. Oh well. Story of my life. As long as we keep getting good runs, you know, and we keep pumping out runs every night, we'll get it, man. We'll get it. The Hunix, man, you were good. You were a good run, man. I'm gonna use your name a couple more times. See if you can squeeze out that sub 2 with the Hunix run. Because right now, you by far have had the best RNG throughout the game, minus the floor. But outside that floor, like, everything else has been crazy good. Crazy good. Alright, we're gonna have to seed at some point, so let's just get out of the way. It's hard to gain time on this one because there's nothing, no RNG. Except for the boss, but like, I think on my run we had a good boss, so there's only time loss capable. Oops. Oh, that's right, we're not 21, so we couldn't actually kill him with that. That's okay. Oh shit! What did I miss? What did I miss? Did I miss a statue? We stabbed this one. What the hell happened there? Did I not stab the one in the upper right corner? Oh my god, did this just happen? Did I not stab the one in the upper right corner? I've never done that. Yeah, wow. That one by that crab, I totally walked past it. Well, that's a time loss. That's a huge time loss there. Whew. Oh. Woe is me. Didn't we go up here? Yeah, I went up here. Like, what? What? I mean, we're still gonna record the run, but... Yeah, we did that. Oh, and then we... What happened? Why am I missing this still? Why is my brain all fucked up? Jesus. Man, I feel like I'm drunk. Because all you had to do is this. Boop. Wow, man, I really got up in and over backwards on that one. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, I mean, we're already at a time loss. He should have been dead, so... Oh, man. I mean, we weren't going to sub 2. I was hoping to almost... We could have gotten close to tying my floor 1 run, though. But now that's long gone. Can't believe I didn't go up here. It's so weird. That is super rare. I've never done that before. I guess there's a first for everything, you know what I mean? Might as well, luckily we did that on this run and not a floor 6 run. Oh man, can you imagine us on a sub 2 pace and screwed that up? Woo! That would be shitty. That's all I care about, is that we didn't screw this up on a good run. That's too funny. Now I'm like jumping in weird places. Dude, my brain just suddenly like reset itself. So it's like I've never done these runs before. That's too funny. Alright. Put her on auto. Oh, that's the one thing we can't. Okay, we're good, we're good. Now we can exit the boss, unless the dogs. Nope, we're good. Oh my god, that's a 2-minute time loss. Brain fart right there. That's too funny. I was like, yeah, you can't really lose time here or gain time. It's like, unless you just go completely blindside. You blindside yourself. Oh. I don't know how many flares I've used, but we should probably just seed. Because we always have to seed at least once in this place, so we might as well seed now. Actually, we had 3 left. Why did I have 3 left? Huh. Probably because my count was off because of the previous floor. Oh, we missed. That was supposed to... Oh, it didn't matter. She got pitch pride. Oh, wow. That's funny. Good. GG, dog. GG. Going before Phoebe and get the stone off. Okay, now we're gonna... Go, and we're off. See if we get a good fight here. It's a good opener. Flare will kill. Thank you. Hey, we hope he does that poison attack every single round till this is over. It's kind of funny. Ooh, that'll kill. Yep. Sadly. She didn't get her cure before he did that. It's fine. That's fine. Probably could just slam attacks at this point. Maybe. Depends how close she is to this. Okay, as long as she goes first on the next one, we're good. Otherwise, that's a reset. Oh, wait, no. He was dead. Okay. I thought he could take one more. So, since we lost 2 minutes, we would have been still 48 seconds back on the floor 1, so... still probably wasn't a PB. Unless this section went crazy good. We fucked it up already, but I was kind of like interested if we would have had it if I didn't fuck up. defend. Which is a tough spot to be in. Yeah, don't hit, please. Thank you. Alright, we're good. First pack down. Yeah, and the zoo fight would have to go insane. All these have to go insane. Zoo fight would have to go insane. And we might have been able to PB had we not screwed it up. There we go. The whites. That's pretty much all we need. The meteor is always nice, but you can white again. Fine. Alright, we got this one. Shame Meteor's animation takes a while, because really it does more damage against that dragon, the Wyvern. We do Arrow because it saves frames, but if it was the same count, it would definitely be better to do Meteor. Alright, get the flare off. Get the flare off. Okay, we're still good. Double dogs? I don't think that. Technically, it's a double dog, but it's not what I meant when I said that. Alright, then you can beat the ninjas. Thank you. The ninja decided not to act, which is always a good one. Okay, we gotta do meteor, so let's shuffle and... Oh wait, no, we don't do fire. Ugh, we have to do white because meteor will technically not kill these two. Oh well, at least that kind of secures our not getting screwed over by the dogs. One more spell. I mean, it's a little safer to do it that way, but you kind of want to risk RNG for the time save. Alright, so we have 2 more meteors after this, which means we'll probably have to seed once. Yeah, we'll have to do 1 seed at some point before the boss. And then before the boss. So far the RNG's been good. We haven't gotten double petrified at all, which is amazing. All 3 of these creatures can petrify. So to not get petrified once on that is actually pretty crazy good. Crazily good. Skip that dog. Haha! Alright. Let's see if Ben can get a meteor. So far, so good. Only 1 more to avoid. And he couldn't do it. Luckily, we still get the white, but we're so close. The white's actually faster. That's technically a faster fight. As sad as that is, that's technically the faster version of the fight. Alright. And this, they can't really do anything besides Doom Dance, and even then we could wipe past it, so. Good. On to Zoo. The infamous Zoo. Let's see how much trolling we get off of him. Alright, pile drive, that's fine. Alright, at least we beat the Thanatos. Classic. Alright, she's gonna have to heal after this. Hopefully she goes before Pazuzu or we're screwed. Nope, don't hit, don't hit. Didn't matter. Alright, we gotta reset the fight. There we go. So like I said, how much trolling does he want to do today? Because unfortunately we can't avoid those. Alright, that's a better attack. Perfect. Can we outdo the Chimera? Come on, man. Nope. That's okay. It's only 1 damage. Wow, I got backwards on that one. Psych Shield, perfect. All Psych Shields after this, please. Psych Shields all the way down. Perfect. I think actually that's a glitch. It's not supposed to do that, but we'll take it. So I don't know if that actually, he does that attack on the Japanese one. Oh, it's beautiful. How insane is this? We're gonna have him almost dead before the first cycle. And he's gonna Psych Shield right here. If he lives. Oh yeah. Wow, we got him on the floor in the first cycle. That's crazy. And he Psych Shields. Dude, hilarious. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hit Phoebe, or Psych Shield. Oh, that's beautiful. And you're dead. Wow, well, if we can get that fight every time like that, we have a really good chance of life. That was a hilarious version of Zoo. So we're 306, so even with the 2-minute foo bar, we still were a minute behind. So, good to know. We didn't screw anything up. We didn't screw up any PBs. It's always a relief knowing that we still would have failed. Somehow that's a relief. Alright, we had to switch to bombs because to do the whole life overflow glitch, we basically need to not outspeed Phoebe, and we need to not get the magic from the claw. So we do a cure defend, cure, defend, and it's over. Let's hope for the best. Okay, that's a good attack. That's perfect. Alright. Alright, perfect. Now we just need 2 cures from Ben, and the fight's over. Which we'll get, because we're going to defend with Phoebe, so... Which, even if he demolishes Phoebe, we're fine with cure, so... Is that all you can muster? Take a cure to the face! Hey, that was a gold split Dark King. Right on. Yeah, so we would have still been 56 seconds back. So see, we didn't gain any time. That's how good my Doom Castle was on my PB. Like I said, really the only sections we can cure on my PB is like that early game, which was 40 seconds in the early game, which was gross, that gold split exit. Maintain the Gidra to 106, low 106s, and then Dullahan's a minute 40, and then the Pazuzu floor being a 4-minute loss. And then we just need to have basically what you just saw at Doom Castle, minus that mental fart. and we'll have a we'll have probably a we could technically get a 155 on that, 155, 154. And then at that point, the RNG gods would have to line up insanely. It's always right around the corner, man. Floor 6. Yeah, I mean it was an amazing floor 5. Without the screw up, that was basically a 201 and 30. 201 30 floor 5, which that's the 3rd best or 3rd worst floor of 5, however you want to say it. It's the mid ground of floors. I mean, luckily I don't mind. Like, if you're one of those that like is frustrated on the whole floors thing, dude, you cannot play this game. Because we had 6 weeks of no floor 6s. I mean, people people would be committing suicide if they cared. I mean, what I look at is we had 3 gold splits. After 5 months of running this game, we still get 3 gold splits in a single run, you know? How crazy is that? Lowering our 150 down even further. I think when we started this was, what, a 150, 52? So it's like we gold splitted 3 times to shave another 11 seconds off our sum of best, so we saw a lot of good stuff in the run. The Hunnix. Mad RNG, brother. Super good RNG. Even that zoo fight, besides the first reset, was like immaculate. So, the Pazuzu went really well. The Twin Head went really well. Ghidra could have been better. We lost a full minute to the Tree Ghidra combo, and that full minute was literally... it was probably a little bit of trolling when I tried to take on the double mummy ghost with Tristram, which I shouldn't do. They always tell you just retreat and get a double mummy. Though sometimes that can troll you a bit, but we lost probably 30 seconds there. And then the other 30 seconds was Ghidra, like, doing the weird multiple petrifies at the beginning of the fight. But other than that, that's probably the worst this run was, besides the 4. So...